and welcome to your tutorial on some of the bells and whistles that you can find in the Unique Learning Systems suite. Right now, you are looking at my teacher dashboard. Anytime you need to get to your teacher dashboard, you just click on the little hamburger in the corner on the left-hand side of your screen and click on teacher dashboard under Unique Learning Systems. So today, we are going to talk about SymbolStix Prime, and this is one of the things that you're going to find in this ULS suite. And SymbolStix Prime is fabulous. 10 out of 10. I have used other programs, which obviously I'm not going to mention right now. ULS, SymbolStix Prime, favorite, and you're going to see why. I'm going to walk you through all the fabulous things it has to offer. All right, so when I'm doing SymbolStix, you can go to the home page. Let's just go to it. Let's take a look at it. I don't come here often, but when I do, it's to show people what the homepage looks like. So when you look at the homepage, you're going to see how it's organized into latest symbols. And I love this because if you're looking for particular symbols from the current event articles or from certain lessons, this is how you access them. So let's say you're doing a news to use article, you're doing a current event, right? If you click on, we did tour turtles. So if you click on tour turtles, you're going to see, tour day turtles, you're going to see all of the picture symbols that you would use during this article. And I remember this article, this is pretty much anything I would want to use a picture symbol for, all the different types of turtles. The tour itself, you're seeing the turtles. We're talking about the turtles. They go through the reefs. They travel in groups. People like to watch them. They live in the ocean. No, I'm just like saying too much, but you get it. If there is a vocabulary word in the news article, you can get to it really quick here and you can create a collection, which we're going to go into in a second. This is great. Oh my gosh, this is great. So you are going to be doing your lessons with Unique Learning Systems, right? So let's say you have a 3rd through 5th grade class. You know that you're going to be doing Intermediate Unit 4. Intermediate Unit 4. Bam. That's all your picture symbols. You don't have to go through and you don't have to snip them and you don't have to search them and you don't have to do all that. That is your picture symbols for that lesson. We're talking your vocabulary lesson, your reading and comprehension lesson, your math lesson. They are here. That's it. You created a collection. It's going to put them all here in the collection for you. So you're going to select them all, and here's the thing about SymbolStix. When you download them, you can't download more than 25 at a time, so you're going to see that. That's okay, because you saved me a lot of time by putting these all in a downloadable document together. So I'm going to let that pass. I can only do 25 at a time. So there's 31 in this lesson, so I'm just going to boop, 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 bring it back down to 25, and then you'll see that you're able to download them. Download the selected ones. Now, if you want to download them individually, you can do that. And that will give you the option to change the skin tones. The thing about it is you can only do it if you select ones that have skin. So like if I do this one, it's not going to let me change the skin tone, right? But if I do this one, it will. So you can actually change that skin tone to a different skin tone. If you only select ones with skin tones, oh no, you can only do it one by one. But what you can do is you can go ahead, if you want to differentiate your skin tones, you can go ahead and do that. Like saying, I want this guy to be white. I'd like this guy to be caramel color. Maybe I want this guy to be this color. And I like to do this. I mean, like, we all like to do this for the same reason. We like to do this because we want our symbols to represent a wide variety of different skin tones. We don't want them to just be all white or all brown. Like, we don't want them to all be one color. We don't want them to all be our color. Like, you don't want all of the people to be your teacher's color. The cool thing about this is ULS does a pretty good job of this without your help changing it. So you'll notice that when you have a suite of different picture symbols, that it actually is well blended. They're not all going to be one color. Like you can see over in some of these, like you see all the different colors, all the different colors, all the different colors. You see everybody is pretty well blended. It looks like a pretty differentiated group of humans. So then you can select them all, bring it back down to 25, and then it will download them in the skin color that you selected. All right, so if that's not fabulous enough, let me show you what it looks like. It will do it in a zip folder. So, pretty great, right? Downloads those pictures for you. I think this is amazing. If you don't think this is amazing, then you have not struggled through the life of snipping individual pictures and pasting them into a Word document and printing them. You have not lived that life. This is phenomenally simple. It is great. Oh, let's just round of applause for you, SymbolStix, making it easy. All right, so now that you've seen that, you can also see when they do new ones. I always like to look at these because I think that they are fun. Something about seeing certain things and picture symbols to me just makes me giggle. Like, they'll have certain events and then all of a sudden there'll be a new picture for it. Like, I have something that's happening with golfing, so they just added golfers. Yeah, this is great. Great, great, great. Okay, so now you've seen like how to access it based on like a lesson or a current event, right? That's one way to do it. SymbolStix, you can also search. So you can come in here, and I don't want to say for sure, but I think conservatively there are probably 1 bazillion different picture symbols, and I mean it. Like, let's be real random. Justin Bieber, am I spelling that right? Look at all the different Justins. Look at Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, Justin Trudeau, right? I mean, like, literally, I'd love to play this game all day, and I have. Turtles. Look at all the different things for turtles. Like, this is going to be the most extensive picture symbol library that you have ever had access to. It is endless. It is phenomenal. If you want something very simple, they have stuff that's very simple. If you want something very focused, they have very focused things. Yertle the turtle is right there. The Turtle Sea Conservatory. Miss Elizabeth. I don't know who that is, but she must be in one of their stories, and they have a picture symbol for her. This is Snow Turtle. I don't know what that's talking about, but obviously there is a story with a snow turtle in it. The picture symbol library with SymbolStix is phenomenal. I would be hard pressed. I can't even imagine you not being able to find something. But let's just say you can't find something. Let's say one of your picture symbols is, oh, okay, there's this too. I'm going to show you this. So right now, I have it set on no adult symbols. But there are adult symbols. So if for some reason you need an adult symbol, I'm going to put in something safe like butts. This is going to show up, right? This is not going to show up on your children's symbols. Let me show you how it disappears. There's still going to be butts, but it's going to be different butts. It's going to be more conservative butts. See, these are the kid versions of butts, and the other thing you saw was like less kid version of butts. There's adult picture symbols on here as well, and I just think that's phenomenal because, I mean, I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but our kids deserve to have access to all language. All the language that you and I have access to, they should have access to that language too. And not our kids, but like, you know what I mean. Like, when a 16-year-old gets to be 16-year-old, they probably don't need this picture symbol to describe a butt. They probably know what a butt is, and they have a butt. So, like, let's be real. So, anyway, off my soapbox. Access to language, full and total language. All right, so very cool, love that, very extensive. Let's say that let's say that you don't find one. This is awesome. So if they're missing a picture symbol, all you do down here is you click this button and you suggest it, and they're gonna get it for you. They're gonna make a picture symbol for you because they're in the business of making sure they have every single picture symbol. So I wanna show you something cool. If you go to, I believe it's in My Symbols, and let's say they just do not have the symbol you're looking for. They don't have it. Oh, I'm sorry, not in My Symbols. This is where when you save a symbol, it goes here. You're going to go to Board Wizards. right? And then you're going to go, let's just do a one place board, just for all intents and purposes. And we're going to put custom in here. Okay, so I want to show you something. This is Board Wizard, and we're going to talk more about Board Wizard in a second. But in Board Wizard, you can actually create your own images. So if you go to My Uploaded Images, these are all the ones that I've done that I couldn't find one for. And you know what's funny? I actually submitted all of the Dr. Seuss character names because I couldn't find these characters. And next thing I know, literally like within 2 weeks, I went back and searched and they were there. You just saw Yertle the turtle. He wasn't in there before. I had to make a picture symbol for him. But now when I go in there and look, they truly do add your symbols, right? So let's just take one that I uploaded. Let's see, I was doing something about soil, sand, like different types of soil. This one's good. This was masks before they added the fashion masks. Now they have it. So you add the picture in there. It's going to make that picture, and then you're going to add what it's called. This was fashion mask. I'm sure it had something to do with COVID. And then you go to properties, and you can actually change the font size. So that font's a little small. I'm going to make it like a 30. Ooh, I'm going to make it like 7. All right, there we go. Picture symbol made, done. So you have access to make a picture symbol out of anything. And if they don't have it, suggest it. If they don't get it in time and you need it right then, upload a picture, make your own picture symbol. How fabulous is that? Okay, so we were talking about Board Wizard next. Board Wizard, it's good stuff. So Board Wizard has some options. You can sort it by activity, size, you can do custom, or you can do it by device. If you do it by activity, you're going to see this big long list of all of these things that you can do where they already have it set up for you in a format where you just drag and drop the pictures, right? We'll look at that in a second. You can do it by size. So let's say that you are making a bingo board and you want a very specific size bingo board. You want it to have a little piece in the middle. So you want it to be that size, 3 by 3. You make the board, and you can actually pre-populate it. So like if you said, oh, how great is this? You want to do a bingo game, and you want to do it based off of the lesson that you're teaching. You can auto-populate the pictures into it from the lesson, from Unit 4. How great is that? Because you saved that. And you can call it Unit 4 Bingo Card. Unit 4 Bingo Card. I love it. And then you come in here and you pick like a free space. Let's see. I'm gonna have to star yellow. Smack that in the middle. Change it to free space. Beautiful. You have a bingo activity to go with the lesson that you are already doing because you saved all of those words. How fabulous is that? I mean, I hope you're as excited as I am. So, that's just an example of how you can use Board Wizards, and you can, I got a little distracted because I got excited. But yeah, so that's by size. So you can make custom size. Or let's say you want to do a schedule and you want it to be 5 tasks long and you want it to be 1 task per thing. So, schedule. And these are just some ideas. Schedule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can tell I've made a lot. Schedule 1. Okay, so this is a glitch because I definitely don't have something called that. So let's try this again. Let's go in and out, size. Okay, this is a glitch. Okay, so like if I were making a picture symbol schedule, this is how I like to do the schedules. So I would say today is, and then I put a line here, because I'm going to print this schedule out for the student. I'm going to put it on their desk, and I'm going to have them put the day on there. I'm going to have them glue Monday, or they're going to write it, however they're going to do it. And here's what I would do. I would pick specific times when things are going to happen, and you can do this differently. You can do 3 items, morning, afternoon, whatever, doesn't matter. You know how to do a schedule. So for me, I might do 9 a.m. So at 9 a.m., we are going to do math. At 10 a.m., we are going to do a brain break. You know, pick the one that's appropriate. Something that actually looks like something that you do. I might just use a picture of a brain break. I'll call it brain break. And maybe at 11:30, we are going to do lunch. And then at 12:30, we are going to do art today. And then at 1:30, we are going to do research. All right, so you get the point. If I'm being totally honest, what I usually do is I have, this is too much information, but I have a system where I have A part and B part. So I'll call it morning and afternoon, or I'll call it wind up and wind down, right? And the first half of the schedule is the wind up, and the second half is the wind down. So the first half of the schedule might be from like 9 a.m. to 12, and then the second half might be from 12 to when they go home. And the reason I do this is because it gives like a natural intermission to the day, and it's exciting. And usually we get something special for completing the first half of the day. So there's like a little mini reward in the middle. It just depends on where your kid is and why they need the schedule, right? How detailed they need it. I have some kids who I literally can only give them 3 things. It has to be, in the morning we're going to learn, at this time we're going to get lunch, at this time we're going to go art, and at this time we're going to go home. So like a small 4-thing schedule, because it's just like, it's too many things. I have some kids who it starts off as this schedule, and then we work together to add things to kind of practice more flexibility. So the schedule looks like this, and this is great, but you see those sides on the side of the paper? I'll have their special marker on their desk, and I'll say, oh man, you know, it's 10:30 and we're not eating lunch until 11:30. What are we going to do between now and now? Do you want to do more math, or do you want to do more reading? And have them choose what small activity they want to do. Do you want to do, I don't know, do you want to, you know, like, it's your kid, right? A preferred activity, pick between 2 preferred. Non-preferred, pick between 2 non-preferred, like whatever it is. And then I will actually write it on their schedule and draw a little picture, and I'll put like a little arrow like, oh, we're adding something to the schedule. You're a part of this. You're making choices to make this day happen. It really increases autonomy, right? So like every kid is at a different spot. Every kid's different. Every kid needs something different. So this is just an example of how you could make a picture schedule on here. All right, let's go back. And I'm just showing you things that I love about SymbolStix, things that you can do in here. So we talked about by size. I think we did enough of that. You know, use your imagination in there. Custom is really great for adapting text. So great for adapting text. So if you have a poem, I'm going to use this as an example. Poem. You have a poem. Let's look at short poem, and you want to change it into adapted text. Let's do this one. Beautiful. Awakening in New York. You are going to take this text and you are going to copy it. And this is what's cool about SymbolStix, is that you can actually do this, because this is not the case in some other text adapting formats. You can actually copy and paste. So you're going to go to Shapes and Text. You're going to drag it over there. You're going to click on the words, delete them, and paste that in there and press spacebar. And it's going to populate some pictures for you. And we're going to go over the type of editing that you need to do in a second. But right now, I'm just going to get this poem in here. I might just get 4 lines of it. We'll see. Shape and Text. Drag it, space. Let me just get these lines in here, and then we will talk about. And you do have to do it line by line. If it goes to the next line, it does something. I'm sorry, it does something funky. Let me show it to you. So let's just say I took all this. Oop. It doesn't like it. It's a little finicky. But it's finicky for a reason, because it's trying to save you work. It's trying to stop you from doing something silly. So it's just going to make it one big long thing. It's not going to put the lines in it. There's really no enter that you can do. Like, you can't bring it to the next line. It's going to just make it one big long line of text. And we don't want that. So let me just get one more line in here, and I will show you the next part of this editing process. Okay. So one more. Drag it. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm going to make it bigger by pressing this width button here so that I can see it. This lets you drag it with your mouse. Okay, curtains forcing their will. So look at this line of text. You see how there is an option to put symbols under all of this? Obviously, there's something kind of funky about this one, and we don't want these in here. So I don't like there in there, it's confusing, and I don't like this sign for will, and it's not necessarily something that I want to adapt. When you're adapting text, you don't need to adapt every single word. In fact, research shows that you should not adapt every single word. You should adapt keywords, new vocabulary, and then depending on the level the students are at, specified verbs, adjectives, like things that you can actually point out, right? Like as far as the he, she's, theirs, go, like those little words, it becomes too much for adapting the text, right? So unless of course you have a student who specifically needs that. That's always the caveat to all of these things, right? You may have a student who best reads with a picture for every single word. That is that student. That is why this is so differentiated. So I'm going to show you how I would adapt this. Curtains forcing their will. Okay. I think I'm going to put the word, I'm going to see what they have for force. I kind of like this for force because it shows movement. It's like force in the sense that force in motion, right? So I like that symbol for force. And then, gosh, a poem is a hard thing to adapt to because like poems have symbolism. The whole point of picture symbols is to be explicit. So like you get into a weird space there. But when I see curtains forcing their will, in my mind, that is them blowing, right? So you can either go abstract with it and say like curtains blowing, or you could say what it's actually saying literally is curtains forcing their will, curtains doing what they want. So you could do the sign for want. That's up to you. I'm going to leave it because I think that that is something that is a conversation piece, because it could be either or, right? Against the wind, I kind of like this for against. It shows going against, and then I think wind is pretty simple. And then children's sleep looks good to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little space bar in here and give it some space because they're kind of overlapping. Okay, so here's your adapted text. If you click on the eyeball over here and preview it, it's going to show you that adapted text without all those spaces in them, those little grayed out boxes. And you're going to be able to see the text itself, right, for what it is. And the cool thing is, when you save this, you're actually going to be able to use the speak page on it too, which is pretty cool. So you can make like huge documents with this. It's pretty awesome. So there is that. That is the custom page. I could not encourage you more to get in here and play around with it, because this is truly like, if you want to make something, you can make it. You just have to come in here and look at the tools to make it. Like it has regular text, multi-line text, symbols and text. It has shapes, lines, composite shapes. It's pretty cool, and I definitely recommend you coming in here and seeing what you can do in here, what your imagination does for you. But let's say you're not super imaginative and you just want a board to be made for you, which is honestly sometimes the easiest thing. Look at all these options you have for pre-made boards that you literally just drag and drop your symbols into. You can do a one-place board. You can do a 12-place board. That's my favorite because they're the perfect size to fill a bunch of vocabulary in here and cut them out to be really great picture symbol size. 2-place. Remember, when you look at the News News article, when you do the current event, they pick 2 really big main vocabulary words from the story and they put them on a page like this. You could do that too. 25-place, 30-place, 4-place, all of these different options. They have an About Me board. I love this thing. It is so great. You can actually drag and drop the different pictures in here. It is so cool. And you can upload their picture and put it in there. They have a vertical option. And then they have all these fantastic worksheets. You can make your own beginning sound worksheet. Like literally, I'm just going to pull it up. Sound 1. Like, look how easy this is. Bird. Bam. Beginning sounds worksheet. I know what you're thinking, where has this been all my life? So here it is. So use it. And get in here and look at these different worksheet options, all these different activities. They have calendars. They have a pre-made bingo. And the thing is, yes, they have a pre-made bingo. For me, this is a little bit too many spaces for a bingo, but this is a proper bingo with like B whatever. Like, yes, fantastic. If your kids are at this level of bingo, good for you. Use their pre-made bingo board. It's awesome. They have calendars for the month. They have calendars for the week. Love the weekly calendar. They have certificates. They have communication boards. It's all in here. Take a look at it. It is awesome. These different charts, the dominoes, the math, the frames, the flashcards. It's fabulous. Everything you need is in here. It is fantastic. Just take a look at them. If you're thinking about making something and you're about to get into like this thing where you're going to make a big complicated document, you're going to be copying and pasting and using snippet and going crazy, check this first. The thing that you have in your brain might already be here and it could save you a lot of time. Anyway, if you can't tell. Oh, also, when you complete a board and you save the board, it then goes in here for you to access it later. so you can always access your boards once you save them. Here they are. I made a lot of boards. I made many, 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 many boards. And they have great document organization tools in here where you can organize them into folders if you sew shoes. That's probably what I should do, but I haven't done that yet. It's pretty sweet. I really, really love SymbolStix, in case you can't tell. And I think you're gonna love it too. So, take some time to look into this and kind of play around with it, get comfortable with it. It is super user friendly, and I absolutely love the pictures themselves. They're very clear. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope that this was helpful.